Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the movie Unpacked. My name is Hamza. Today, I'm going to explain a horror sci-fi movie called The Substance. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The movie's open Elizabeth Sparkle, who used to be a famous Hollywood movie star but is now less popular, gets fired from her long-running aerobics TV show. The producer, Harvey, tells her it is because of her age. Feeling upset and shocked, Elizabeth drives away, but gets distracted when she sees a billboard of herself being taken down. She ends up crashing her car. At the hospital, a young nurse secretly gives Elizabeth a flash drive with information about the substance, a black market serum that claims to make someone younger and more beautiful. Desperate, Elizabeth injects the activator serum and experiences a strange occurrence. A younger version of herself, named Sue, emerges from a slit in her back. Now, Elizabeth and Sue must switch consciousness every 7 days, with the unused body remaining unconscious on an IV. To keep Sue stable, Elizabeth must administer daily injections of fluid derived from her own body. Sue becomes a big success very quickly. She replaced Elizabeth on the TV show and lives a carefree, fun life. She even gets an offer to host the famous New Year's Eve show. Meanwhile, Elizabeth stays alone and hides from everyone. As Sue's week almost ends, she goes to a party and takes a man home, which delays the switch. This makes Elizabeth's right index finger start aging fast. Worried, Elizabeth talks to the supplier who gave her the substance. The supplier warns her about what happens if they do not switch on time. Although they share the same mind, Elizabeth and Sue start to feel like they are separate people and begin to hate each other. Elizabeth is mad at Sue for being careless and breaking the switching schedule, which makes Elizabeth age more. Sue is annoyed by Elizabeth's self-pity. One day, Sue decides to stock up on the stabilizer fluid and refuses to switch back. 3 months have passed since the last event. The day before the New Year's Eve show, Sue realizes she has run out of the stabilizer fluid and panics. She contacts the supplier, who informs her that she must switch back to using the refill stabilizer. When they make the switch, Elizabeth finds herself in a terrible state. She looks deformed, almost bald, and hunched over. Determined to stop Sue, Elizabeth obtains a serum that could end Sue's existence, but Elizabeth still wants attention and stops herself before using the whole serum. Instead, she revives Sue. Both of them end up conscious at the same time. Sue realizes what Elizabeth was planning when she sees the nearly empty syringe. She attacks Elizabeth and kills her, then goes to the New Year's show. Without Elizabeth, Sue's body begins to deteriorate. She attempts to create a new version of herself using the leftover activator serum. Despite the supplier's warning against it, this creates a horrible, twisted version of a body called Monstro Elizasu, which has both Sue and Elizabeth's faces. Monstro Elizasu puts on a mask made from an old poster of Elizabeth and goes onto the stage during the live broadcast. The mask falls, the crowd becomes terrified, chaos breaks out, and someone in the audience attacks her and cuts off her head, but another mutated head grows in its place. Her arm breaks off, splattering blood on the crowd. Monstro Elizasu runs from the studio but collapses outside into a pile of flesh. Elizabeth's original face peels away from the mess and moves on to her forgotten star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She smiles as she imagines being admired one last time before melting into a pool. The next day, cleanup crew wipes away her remains with a floor